Okay, hi there and welcome to the second video that I've produced looking at the topics that have been tested so far on the Edexcel economics papers. This video looks at paper 2. Again, we're going to colour code according to whether the question has been a 5 mark on the data response or a 4 mark section A question, and then through the different marks from 12 and 8 and 10 and 15 in the data response through to the 25 mark essays. This is not an attempt to question spot, it's just merely to give you information about the topics that are being covered so far. If we think about the essays that have been tested so far, here are some of the key ones. So in terms of the essay questions, 2017, protectionism and globalization was a focus. Oil price changes, sort of economic shocks and the effect of oil price changes was a question on the essays. Last year, fiscal policy came up, increasing government spending on infrastructure and innovation. And there was also a question about the likely impact of a depreciation of the exchange rate, a fall in the pound in particular, on future economic growth. So 2018, very much a UK focus, whereas the year before there was more of a development focus. The 2 sample assessment questions published by Edexcel have looked at national debt, policies to cut national debt, essentially fiscal austerity, and evaluating the causes or factors that have brought about increased income inequality. So if we think about the topics not yet tested significantly in the exam, unemployment, as we'll see in a few minutes, has not yet really come up. It's appeared in section A, impact of a fall in unemployment on the circular flow, for example. Migration is yet to really appear. No chunky essays on development policies, sustainable development. Not a great deal on the balance of payments, trade imbalances and adjustment policies. Not much really on financial economics. There was a question on financial markets and development last year, but not much on policies, demand side policies in particular, brought in since the global financial crisis, perhaps a comparison with the 1930s. Very little on conflicts and trade-offs, really. Phillips curve hasn't yet made a significant appearance. Financial market failure, causes and consequences, financial market regulation. And again, last year there wasn't a great deal on development, so perhaps this year there'll be a more focus on development strategies, ways to overcome development barriers, both market-based and interventionist. Monetary union, who knows? There was a sort of question on the sample assessment paper on African monetary union. Nothing yet on European monetary union, perhaps linking to unemployment and growth and competitiveness. And again, not a great deal on competitiveness policies yet. That's a big part of the Edexcel specification, including the movement by many countries towards managed exchange rates. So again, as we go through here, the questions asked, you can see here just mapping. And by the way, there's a link. You can download this PDF file. I'll put a link in the section underneath the video. Growth, 125 marker really on future growth caused by an exchange rate change. Inflation, not a great deal so far on inflation, certainly nothing that's major in terms of 25 mark focus. And unemployment, not much at all on unemployment of any significance yet. Could that be a big focus in 2019? We'll see. Balance of payments, aggregate demand, components of an aggregate supply moving through. Of course, you're going to be using AD/AS analysis in whatever question comes up. You're going to be using that kind of analysis and making hopefully confident analysis to help your arguments. National income, economic growth, output gaps hasn't really yet appeared. Quite a bit on fiscal policy. We've had questions on government spending. We've had questions on austerity. Not a great deal yet on interest rates. Could interest rates be a focus in 2019? And of course, you need to know your supply side policies. That is just fundamentally important. And again, there hasn't been a major 25 mark question yet on that. Conflicts, well, pretty blank at the moment. Globalization, but you're going to revise these topics anyway. These are big parts of the syllabus. This is on the globalization section. Protectionism came up in 2017. Nothing really on the global economy last year. So I suppose a development globalization focus could be there. Balance of payments, exchange rates, competitiveness. And then we move into areas. Poverty and inequality has been asked. Again, it's one of those topics that you're going to write about anyway, regardless. Quite a few questions on 2018 actually on poverty and inequality. It was quite a focus last year. Development economics. Hopefully this is making sense to you. Again, no 25 marker yet on big sort of development issues. Microfinance, buffer stocks, aid, debt relief, foreign direct investment, trade liberalisation, those kind of big chunky development strategies. And financial economics, which isn't huge in the Edexcel syllabus, but again, policies to support stability, externalities from financial market failure. Nothing much yet. Could be a big focus this year. And the role of the state, crucially, the role of fiscal policy, in particular, something down here, the macro policies in the global context, in particular, measures to control global companies' operations, the impact, the costs and the benefits, the advantages and the drawbacks of foreign direct investment in the world economy. There was a big focus on fiscal policy in the assessment paper, as you can see, but not much since. Although last year there was a question on government spending. Have a moment, take a few moments to download the file and have a good look through. Again, we're not question spotting. We're just saying this is what has been asked so far. Always read the exam reports, always download the papers and the mark schemes and look to see how the paper was marked. Some of the lessons from the exam reports are hugely valuable as we head into the final few days before the paper. Crucially, we're here to help. Lots more topic videos. Do subscribe to our channel if you want to follow the progress as we head towards the exam. Thank you very much indeed.